Okay, Mario once again, and I am almost there. I've been sanding this on and off with the wire brush as well as the paint remover. This is stripper here, and this wire brush here, and also using the manual brush, scraper, and this electric sander with 80 grit sandpaper, and also 80 grit and then 120 grit mesh. That sandpaper that looks like a mesh. And so that's how far I've gotten. You can see the end result just by doing that. I got pretty much the whole cart done. It rained a couple days ago, and this got a little wet and started developing some surface rust, and so I just removed that with the electric sander. I just finished the bottom, and it's got some areas here that have a little more paint. I'm going to do that. I'm going to touch that up with the paint remover or the paint stripper, and then give it a nice pressure wash. So this is very close to getting ready for priming. I am going to prime this completely. It's something that I didn't do to the front end of the roll cage, and the paint came out a little bit light because it doesn't have the base, the priming base, although the paint is supposed to be a primer and paint. It just never works the same as if you do it separately with a true primer. So this is getting there. I'm very excited to complete this. I'm out of my breath here because working in this weather is also boy, it's over 100-degree weather here in Arizona, and the heat, even though I'm under this makeshift canopy here, just to block some of the sun and give me some shading here. But on and off. This is how far I've gotten here, getting close to that. And once this is primed, it'll be painted. I'm going to do this in I don't think I'm going to paint it yellow, completely yellow. I think I'm going to do it in hammered black or hammer gray. This is the Krylon hammer finish that I bought from Krylon. I typically use Rust-Oleum, the hammer gray, which is it gives it a nice surface finish. So I'm hoping that this will do the same thing. It's got a little bit of that hammer look. So I think I'm going to do the frame, at least the bottom of the frame, in that dark hammered look, so it hides some of those rust imperfections. I've been trying to get as much of this rust surface here, and if I work a little bit more, I'm going to have to go get the sander that's got the corner, the dust corners. That's another tool that I'm going to have to use here to get into these all these areas here, the tight spaces, and remove some of this residual rust that's on the surface here. But I've gotten pretty much all the rust here, and if I keep going with the sander, the electric sander, the way I'm doing it, I'm going to end up with areas like this, which is nice. It's got no rust whatsoever. These are where those stickers, the paws, the Yerf dog paws, the trademark paws, wears. So I took those out, and so I'm going to go over these areas here again, and all these areas that still have these little rust spots. The Yerf dog is still there. The name from the sticker. So I'm going to have to go through that again. And once this is completely to this level of finish, I will start priming this boy. So once again, just a quick video. It's an update. Stay tuned for the completion of this, the finishing, or at least of this go-kart, and then I'll have to work on the axle again and do all those other parts. Some of those parts are going to be painted, so it's going to look really cool, I think, once this is done. And boy, this is a solid frame. Oh, I should point out in this video, just for sake of records, that this plate right here has this, it looks like when welded this, it created this kind of bolt here. So I'm going to have to clamp this, and I'm going to throw a couple more beads of metal, just weld in sections that where the plate, the bottom plate is doing this bowing here. So once that's clamped and welded, I don't think that's going to move. Same thing here. I'm just going to weld it right through here, just to provide additional support and seal that. Yeah, other than that, this is a very, very solid frame, as I was saying in my other videos, and I really like the solidity of these older style go-karts. I don't know if the newer ones are, they employ the same type of materials, the same tubing. This tubing is thick. It's a pretty thick tubing. I would say it's about an eighth of an inch in thickness. All the tubing, so it's it's very, very robust. Unlike my my electric go-karts that I always point out, those are done with EMT tubing, which is electrical conduit, much lighter. But for that type of go-kart, electrical conduit is fine. With this type of go-kart, this is, especially if you're going to run this on open areas. I don't plan on running this in open areas. I'm just going to run it in my backyard, so I don't require the speed. It's just for to go around and fun with my grandkids. When they come here, they can sit next to me or put them on my lap. I don't intend on running these things really fast where it's going to roll. So I don't even need the roll cages. But I decided to leave at least this portion on this one here. The front came off with nuts and bolts. But the rest is also, it will come out, because it does have these nuts and bolts here, these clamps over the tubing here. But whoever had this, I guess they went ahead and welded just to provide additional bracing, for the frame. Maybe they were running this, outdoors. I'm pretty sure. And so, in that case, you do need a roll case in case you roll and you're all strapped. And so it minimizes personal risk. So the next video, I think, maybe I'll have this prime and hopefully paint it. And then, like I said, I'm going to work on all these parts. I am going to buy a new brake. I'm going to put a disc brake there. These parts are still good. These are the the steering links. They just need cleaning. I will be painting these as well. And I also need to, when I reinstall the shaft, I need to put these spacers. These are just PVC tubing spacers. I cut 2 of them. These are the ones that I had to burn them off, because I couldn't reach them, with a cutter. So I had to burn them off. But these are the ones on the side, and this is the one in the center of the shaft. So all that will be brand new. I got a new steering wheel. This is the old steering wheel here. It's just a little wheel, 10-inch wheel. It's so tiny. it's almost like a joke. But I got a nice 12-inch one, so that I'm going to be putting that on. I had to remove this section here. This is the steering shaft right here, and you can see that's where the links go, and this is where it pivots right here. So I'm going to be putting some kind of either Delrin or some kind of a bushing here, or nylon bushing, so this rides inside the tubing a little bit easier and smoother. This picked up also some rust from the rain. It's just surface rust. This is also picked up some water here, so I'm going to have to dump that in, I don't know, some paint thinner or acetone, just to remove, or gasoline, to remove some of that rust, and just let it sit there. But this part right here, I had to remove it because I just could not get this out without either removing this end right here or this end. So it was easier just to remove this end. This is just a washer with 3 holes there, so I can make a new one. But I am going to also reinforce this the support here on the go-kart, which is right there. I'm going to put a nice a true bearing, so that this rides also nice and smooth, and it's easier to control. These are the front wheel axles. There's nothing wrong with these. They're just L-shaped brackets, but they're very robust. So they don't really need to much, except just cleaning, maybe some painting on the brackets, and they'll be ready to go. So anyway, the motor is just sitting here. I don't think I'm going to be using this motor, although this motor is still good. But my intent was to go with electric power, so I am going to look into an electric motor, maybe a well, 36 is probably not going to cut it. 36 is what I run on my electric go-kart, so maybe somewhere in the 48 to and up to 72 volts. I think that'll do it. So that's something that's also coming up, but I'm not too eager just yet with that, as I am with just finishing the go-kart, painting it, and getting it ready for reinstalling all these components. Anyway, stay tuned for more Mario with MIA Microflight. Thanks for watching.